What's up, YouTube? Yogi and I checking in. I just wanted to give a quick tour of my setup. So it's a Class A. It's a Class A motorhome, 27 foot. It's got a Ford engine, and it's got about 50,000 miles on it. I purchased the vehicle a few years ago from a widow. Her husband passed away, and she wasn't trying to, she wanted to upgrade basically. It's a 1997. So everything is working on the rig. Was there one thing that wasn't working? I was trying to think. No, the water heater actually does work. The water pump is working, so everything is functional on the rig. I've also made an upgrade to the rig, a Blue Ox towing device, so I'm able to flat tow this vehicle behind it. And so far, this vehicle has been, or this combination has proven to be very reliable. So we moved it from San Diego, which is where it was purchased, to Texas while towing the vehicle. The only problem we had was a flat tire, and then it was in storage for the majority of our time in Texas. Now, when we were in Texas, we did have the alternator go out, but I would say that's the one problem with this rig, is there's a parasitic draw. So if I don't turn the batteries off, I can kind of show you guys. If I don't switch this off manually, then, hold on, Bubba. Then the batteries will drain to zero, and then that will put a lot of stress on the alternator when I'm driving it. So I have to manually come through here and shut them off. But other than that, that's the main issue with it, I would say. So yeah, it's a 1997. I've gathered a lot more respect for this vehicle. So I took it out of storage a couple of weeks ago. I got everything looked at, and I ended up towing the Honda to the mountains of New Mexico. Okay, so through Santa Fe, through Taos. I don't know if that was necessarily the best route. I got a little ding right here. But yeah, so I would love to downsize to something a little bit smaller. As you can see, I'm hooked up. I have electricity, water, sewer. I would love to downsize to something a little bit smaller. But right now, I think this is a good place for me to collect funds. And like I said, this job allows me to take my puppy with me. So if I were to work somewhere else, that part of it, bringing my dog to work, wouldn't be possible unless I got really lucky. So I suppose I'm going to stay put here for a little bit. So I'm working a summer position, driving a Jeep as a tour guide through the mountains here in New Mexico. It's a 3-hour tour. So I believe I'll be giving those tours two, maybe 3 a day, depending. And that begins here in the next few days. I have a couple more things I need to complete. A written test, a physical, which I have to drive an hour and a half to get the physical tomorrow. But yeah, when you live, I'm not off the grid, but I am in a small town, a town with less than 1,000, 2,000 people. And I'm also in a state, New Mexico, that has a smaller population than the entirety of the previous suburb. I was living in Dallas, Texas. So yeah, that's kind of an update onto what I'm doing, van life, RV life. So a quick tour of the inside. This is my storage area. I have my bike here to protect it from the elements. This is kind of where Yogi will hang out. I just have some things stored up here. I've got my crystal, my light, my lamp. I bought a whole bunch of DVDs for 50 cents because I don't have service out here. I forgot the adapter for my phone. But there's a DVD player in this TV. The TV still works. This is the living room. Right now I have I use the table as kind of like a drying rack, so I just did dishes this morning. Keep my plants. I also have my shoes on the plant rack. So my AC is working. Never have to use it. We're on the mountaintops, so I'll never have to use that out here. The only thing I do need to use is my heater. So I have the heater in this in the bathroom. So here's my kitchen. It's it's a little dirty. I didn't really thoroughly clean everything, but the sink works. Everything works. We're plugged in, so it goes directly into the sewer. I can use as much water as I want. I've got my little gauges here. The water heater switch. The water heater is working. It runs on propane. I only use the water heater when I'm taking a shower. I've got my freezer, got my fridge, and honestly, well, let me complete the tour. My shower here, the shower's working. I've got some storage things here. I will use this bucket from time to time to use the restroom if I'm stuck inside, because the bathroom has been converted to a storage space. So this is mostly just Yogi's stuff, his food, his vacuum in here, some more food in there, his treats, and I keep the heater in here, and I do pull that heater out every now and then. Also, we have Yogi's rain jacket. My favorite accessory for Yogi. And of course the bedroom. So we've got dressers, we've got drawers, some more storage area on this side. So like two sides of dressers. I've got my laundry here, laundry bags, sweaters hanging up. Underneath this bed, there's some more storage space, so this bed will lift up, and I have a few items there. Got my vacuum, my guitar, so it's a very, very modest living space. And it's gonna serve my purpose here for the next year or two, maybe 3, depending on how long I can stay in this location. But ultimately, what I would really love to do, I've been watching a lot of cheap RV living here on YouTube, or Bob Wells videos, and I would absolutely love to downsize into something smaller, like a camper van. Maybe when this boy gets a little bit older in the next year or so, he's gone through his puppy phase, and we've had enough of the mountain life. We can retreat back down to the deserts, and we'll see what happens. Maybe at that point this channel will be monetized, and that will allow me more freedom to travel with my dog without having to worry about leaving him, because that's really what's keeping me in this vehicle right now. Because I have lived out of the Honda before. Believe it or not, it's big enough to where you can put a mattress back. In a Honda Fit, you can fold the seats flat. And I lived out of it for a couple of years. Basically just slept out of it. And that's the only reason. I slept out of it, and then I converted it into a bedroom during the day. Most of my life was lived outside. I was in Southern California. So yeah, that's kind of just like that's my van life tour for you guys. I know it's an RV. It is what it is. We're living in our vehicle. So it's a 27-foot Class A. It's been an absolute blessing. And the rent here, it's around $500 a month. And I'm not super excited about that, but to bring my dog with me to work, if I were to have to pay a pet sitter or something, it would probably be somewhere around that monthly anyway, $500 to care for this guy while I'm at work. So I might as well just pay the RV park. I'm not equipped enough to go off grid just yet. I would need some upgrades like solar. I have no solar, and I'm not sure if this vehicle is off-grid capable. Okay, it's very big. Yeah, and I don't want to have to move it every X amount of days. So, but I do have a campground membership, an RV campground that has hundreds of locations throughout the country. That cost me a $5,000 down payment, and then it's $500 a year in dues. I would love to have this rig back where the RV parks are. Normally dispersed throughout major cities, there's a few campgrounds that they have to offer. It's 21-day stays, and you have to move it every 21-day stays, but you have unlimited electricity, unlimited water, sewer. The facilities, they have bathrooms, they have hot tubs, washing facilities for your clothes, laundry mats. Sorry. So yeah, that's I would love to get back to that, but at the same time, it's all about Yogi right now. This is all about Yogi, my dog, and the opportunity I have to bring him to work with me is probably what's going to keep me here for a minute. So I'm going to be saving as much money as I can, and yeah. So if you guys want to see more videos and stay up to date with what I'm doing, I'm going to be broadcasting live here on YouTube and on my TikTok as well. I'll drop my TikTok down below in the description. I go live every single day on TikTok, but I'm going to start going live on YouTube as well. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I would love to join the van life, nomad life community. I would love to meet as many of you guys as possible, because that's just where I'm at right now. I can't move to a smart grid city. I cannot pay rent. That is not an option for me. And for many of you, I know it's not as well. So if that's you, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to know each other, guys.